Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is K-Shine and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. Y'all already know I'm back giving y'all another freaking story time, another freaking story time. Y'all seem to be enjoying my story time, so you know I'm gonna keep them rolling on out for y'all. Y'all know how I do. I like to hop right into the video, but of course, as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. But let's get into the story. All right, y'all, so boom, let me see where I'm gonna start it. Y'all. Okay, so one day I decided to go grocery shopping. Okay, I'm in my apartment, I'm running a little E on my refrigerator. Let me go to my local grocery store and go grocery shopping, right? I'm in there for a good couple hours, you know, doing my little shopping. I come out with a whole buggy full of groceries, y'all. Okay, so I'm at my car loading up my groceries, putting them in the car, and this boy ride past me and he's like, "You need some help?" And I'm like, "No, I don't need no help, cause you could never be too sure around here. People be trying to act like they trying to help you, then they end up robbing you or setting you up, all this little weird stuff," right? So I was like, I don't need no help, I got it, thank you. So he was like, "You don't look like you got it." And I'm like, "Boy, I said I got it, okay? I'm good. Like, I can put some groceries in my car, like, thank you, but no thanks, thank you." So he parks next to me, he bags in, so I'm just sitting here like, oh my God, like, please don't get out here and talk to me, whatever. So I'm just sitting there trying to, you know, when you're trying your best to just act like you don't want to be talked to, you want to be ignored, don't say nothing to me. Like, I had my best mean face on and I'm just acting like I'm so busy putting these groceries up, like, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me. So he get out and he just started grabbing my bags and putting them in my car. So I'm like, "Sir, absolutely not. Like, I said I'm okay. You don't just come grabbing my bags." I'm like, "I said I got it." He like, "You don't gotta act like that." He like, "What you think, I'm gonna rob you?" So I'm like, "Yeah, you can. Like, I don't know." So he get the giggling and laughing. He like, "Ain't nobody gonna rob you. Like, you good. I don't do that lame shit, whatever." So I'm like, "Okay, well, listen, I don't know." So I'm like, "I got it though. Like, thank you." And he like, "I got it, girl." So I'm like, this boy just, he not gonna take no for an answer. Like, I told you I'm good. You just gonna grab my little bags and put them in the car anyways. So he put my bags in the car and I'm just like, "Okay, thank you. Like, thank you for your services. Like, thanks." So he's like, "Here, you dropped your receipt." And he had a little paper and I'm just thinking like, that is not my receipt, because all them groceries I done bought, my receipt is long as hell. Like, that's not my receipt. But I took it because I didn't even think. I'm like, I ain't drop a receipt and it says number on it. So I'm like, boy, okay, I see a little game that you got going on. So I'm just like, okay, I see what you did there. So I took the little receipt or the little paper and I put it in my car, y'all. He was cute, I ain't even gonna lie, he was cute, but I'm just like, I don't know. So I just had his little number in my car, but I had never called him, y'all, right? Never called him. So mind you, y'all, this is my apartment up at college, right? So I go home and I'm like, don't want to call this boy. I'm like, nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna just leave it alone or whatever. So I never even called this boy. I go to work and I worked on campus, like at the, like basically like a computer lab. So I worked on campus at the computer lab to work the next day or whatever, and I seen him, like, basically our computer lab has like they big see-through windows, like, so you can see out into like the food court area. So I see him, y'all, and I see him sit down and he's eating like food with his friends or whatever. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, let me duck down, cause now mind y'all see like my hair now is blue and green and I have all these different colored hairs. So when I was in school, I had like this bright magenta, like pink hair, y'all. I was just always being extra. But I had this bright magenta hair. So I'm just sitting here thinking, like, if he look over and see his hair, he gonna know it's me. He gonna know it's me, because I'm just out here just bright as day. Like, he gonna know it's me. So I'm like twisting and turning like in my little chair or whatever, and I'm ducking down like, slide down, you know. So I'm just like, okay, he ain't gonna see me. So I see them finish eating and they get up and throw their food away and they're walking around, but like where the computer lab doors is on the other side is the exit. So I'm just thinking like, okay, please leave. They about to leave. Cool, girl, bye. They came right in that computer lab and walked up right in front of me. He's like, "What's up, Miss Independent?" So I'm just like, "What's up?" He like, yeah, Miss Independent. He tell his friends like, this Miss Independent, she don't need no help with her groceries. She don't want to call nobody. Like, she could just do everything on her own. So I'm sitting there like, boy, what computer do you want to go to? Let me get you logged in so you can go about your way. So he was like, I swiped their little IDs and I sent them to their computer, but he stayed behind. And he like, why you acting like you can't call me? And I'm like, well, listen. I said, well, what you want me to call you about? What you want to talk about? So he was like, I just want to, you know, get to know you. Like, I think you're a very beautiful girl. And like, you know, I just want to vibe with you. So I'm just like, I guess we can. So I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. I gave him my number. He take it. He in the back of the computer lab texting me. I'm like, okay, like, damn, you couldn't wait till you leave, till I get off work. Like, you just gonna text me already? So we was texting, we was talking. He was a cool dude. Like, we was having a nice little conversation, whatever. He like, yeah, what you doing this weekend? So I'm like, nothing. I'm gonna be chilling at the house. He like, well, you know, can I take you out? Can we go get something to eat? So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. So we go out to eat. We having a good vibe, y'all. And we're having like a nice steak dinner. We're getting to know each other. I'm like, yeah, what you do? He's like, yeah, I'm a pharmacist. I'm a street pharmacist. So I'm like, y'all already know what that means. Anytime somebody say they a street pharmacist, okay? I'm just sitting here thinking like, okay, I hope you ain't looking for no trap queen, baby, because that is not moi, okay? That is not me. Don't look for none of that over here. And he like, no, I'm on the low with my stuff. I ain't doing nothing major. So I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. So I had me looking at him a little bit different because I don't want to be in the mix of none of that stuff. But he like, no, it's all smooth. I'm good. Like, I ain't even into nothing for real. Like, I just be chilling. So I'm just like, okay, all right now. So we finish up and we eating our food and we was drinking some lemon drops, y'all. Oh my God, if y'all ever had some lemon drops, y'all know that them boys sneak up on you because they so good, they so sweet and sour that you just be drinking them back to back like it's juice, but really the liquor sneak up on you and you be drunk as a skunk. So I've been had about 2, so I'm tipsy, I'm feeling myself. And you know when you kind of get like a little tipsy and you let your guard down and y'all just laughing, telling jokes, having a good time, like y'all just really here with it, right? And just like, dang, this really is a cool dude. We kicking it, we laughing, whatever. We had a good night. He take me home, okay? So we've been texting and talking like almost every day on FaceTime, all day, every day, talking while I'm in class. Just literally, we are just like connecting on a whole nother level, right? So he would come pick me up from campus, like when I'm done with my classes, and we would go out to eat or go to the movies or go to Oasis, like a little jacuzzi place. Like we was just really getting to know each other and really vibing out. And like we was really like connecting. I'm like, oh, this is a nice little dude, whatever. So it got to the point that like, I'm like, you know, he's like, what you doing today? And I'm like, I gotta go grocery shopping. He was like, well, can I go with you? Like, I know how you is about your little grocery shopping. You don't want no help. I was like, boy, bye. Like, I didn't know you at that time. So of course, like, you know, I'm gonna be like that. But he like, yeah, you know, I need to go grocery shopping too, so I'm gonna pick you up and we can go together. And he like, afterwards I can cook for you. I'm like, bet, say less. Okay, so he like, yeah, I'm gonna cook for you. So he was like, okay, well, I'll do some shrimp and have steak and asparagus and all that good stuff. So I'm like, okay, bet, you about to chef it up, huh? So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get us some wine, we're gonna have a good night. We go to the grocery store, we get the food, he take it in my house, I put up my groceries, we go to his house or whatever. And he's like, yeah, like, pack you an overnight bag just in case. So I'm just like, okay now. So I pack my little overnight bag or whatever. I go over there, I eat, I spend the night, good times. We had a good night, right? I leave in the morning. He takes me back to my apartment, whatever. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna come get you later on at like 3 and we're gonna go get massages. He always wanted to do something. That's me. I'm very adventurous. I like to stay busy. I like to, you know, explore new things or do different things. Like sometimes I can't chill in the house, but I also like guys who could just take the initiatives and be like, let me plan this for us. We're gonna do this. Let me take you here. Like, and I just always be like, well, what you wanna do? You figure out something, I'll just pay for it, or you think of something and I'll come. Like, he literally was always having plans for us. So he's like, we're gonna go get massages. It's gonna be lit. I said, okay, bet. Y'all, we go to our massages. I'm all relaxed, at peace, feeling good or whatever. And he's like, he gets a phone call. So he's like, oh, I gotta go to my mama's house real quick, and you know, I'm about to go deliver her some groceries. I got them in the back seat. I'm just sitting here thinking like, what groceries do you have in your back seat that has just been sitting here for a couple hours that you gotta go deliver? But I'm like, maybe he got some pops or some juices that, you know, stuff that just don't need to be frozen. Maybe he just got some stuff like that. So he's like, yeah, I'm about to go get her these groceries. So we pull up to his mama house, and he go in the back seat and he get the bags and stuff, and he go in the house, and he's like, I'll be right back, I'm just gonna drop it off. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting out in the car or whatever, and I'm like, all right, you know, cool. So he come back out, we leave, we go to his house, we chill. So a couple days later, we were like coming from the movies, and he was like, oh, I gotta go to my mama's house again, I gotta bring something to her. So, you know, I'm kind of like wondering like what, but like that's kind of like his business too. So I wasn't trying to be like too all up in his business and ask like a lot of questions, but I'm just like, okay. So we pull up to her house, he run in, you know, I stay in the car like always, and he come back out, and we carry on with our night, right, y'all? So it's very rare that like his phone blows up or anything like that. That's why I'm like, you can't even really be in these streets for real, because your phone ain't never ringing. Like his line was never blinging, okay? Like he was real chill, like, and he had a lot of time on his hands too. So I'm just thinking like, what kind of street pharmacist is you, and you ain't never in the streets? Well, at least that I know of. So I'm just like, okay, like maybe he is real low-key about it, and he don't do much, and you know, maybe he in the back with it. I don't know. We leave or whatever, and like I said, we would just do stuff, and like I just started noticing, like, you know, throughout the week, a couple times out the week, he got to stop at his mama's house, and he got to drop some stuff off. So I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Like maybe, you know, he just really want to look out for his mama. He making sure his mama's straight. Like I love it. Like I'm definitely okay with that. You're thinking like, this is a really good dude. Like he always checking up on his mama. He always making sure his mama got groceries, checking to make sure she need anything. He stayed dropping stuff over here a couple times out the week. Like he a good son. So I'm just sitting here thinking like, okay, cool. Like this is a good dude. Like that's what's up. One day he called me. He was like, I'm gonna be busy throughout the afternoon, but I want us to have a late dinner tonight, you know, so I'm gonna come pick you up around 8. Be ready. So I'm like, oh, bet. Like, okay, let me go get dressed. Let me go get cute. Hey, okay, it's lit. He come pick me up. We go to dinner. Of course, as always, we have drinks at our dinner. So like I'm lit and I'm having a good time and we drinking. And I noticed this time like his phone was ringing non-stop at the dinner table. Like non-stop, his phone was ringing back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. And he just kept like ignoring it. I'm just sitting here thinking like in my head like, I hope this ain't no ex-girlfriend issues or no drama he got going on with no female. Because mind you, we only like a couple months in at this point. So I was still letting him have his business because I still talked to other people too at this time because we still was fresh. So I didn't want to be all of his business. Like who is that? Who blowing your phone up? Who calling you? You know, I didn't want to do all that. So I'm like, if he tell me, he tell me. If not, I'm gonna let it ride. So he turned his ringer off and like they was still just like calling. So he was like, excuse me, let me go to the bathroom real quick. So he take his phone in there. So I done already been drinking. So I'm like, yeah, take your phone in the bathroom. I'm like, you handle whatever you got going on. That way you can come back and give me your undivided attention. And he like, man, watch out. Like he like laughed it off or whatever. And I'm sitting here thinking like, no, I'm for real. Like whoever is blowing your phone up, you need to figure that out and put that shit to rest because I'm tired of your phone ringing. Like I'm sick of it. So he come back and his little mood did kind of change. Like he seemed like he got an attitude, but he was like trying to brush it off. And he like, yeah, you know, I'm having a good time. Let me go ahead and take you home or whatever. So I'm just like, oh, okay, like that's fine. So I'm like, whatever you just talked about in the bathroom definitely just pissed you off. But hey, you know, that's fine. Like, you know, you want to take me home. That's cool. I enjoyed my night. So we could definitely call it a night. So he's like, yeah, before we go home though, you know, I got to stop at my mama's house or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Because at this point it became kind of like the routine, like I said, every couple of days. So I'm like, all right, that's fine, whatever. So we get to his mama's house and he goes to the back, he get his little bags or whatever, and he go in his mama's house. So I'm just sitting in the car and I'm just like, okay, you need to hurry up because y'all, I done had a couple drinks at the restaurant. So like I gotta use the bathroom because when I be drinking liquor, that boy just flow right through me. So I'm just sitting in the car like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom, like, you know. And then he left his phone in the car, so I didn't want to go walk up in the house or knock on the door, y'all. For whatever reason, y'all, I did not want to go in that house because I'm just like, I don't want to go in this man's house. I don't want to just go knock on the door like, can I use y'all bathroom? Like, I don't know why I didn't want to do it, y'all, but I did. So where his mama lived at, it was like one of those streets where, I forgot where it's called, but you know where it's like not an exit at the end of the street. So basically you come in, but it's like that little loop around, little, I forgot what it's called, y'all. I'm having a brain fart. At the end of the block, it was just like woods. But it wasn't really woods. It was just like a lot of trees and, you know, just grass. And it was like a little hill and stuff like that. So I'm just like, okay, it's dark over there. I'm about to go use the bathroom, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like, I gotta go use the bathroom so bad. I'm looking at my purse. I'm like, okay, I got me some wipes. Y'all, I'm like, I need to go use the bathroom right now. I cannot wait no longer. Like, I'm not about to go knock on this lady door. I'm not about to go in this lady house. Let me go run over right here to the woods and use the bathroom. Like, something was just telling me, like, don't go knock on that door. Go run over here real quick. Use the bathroom. Get yourself together and come back. Won't nobody even know you left the car, y'all. Y'all, thank the Lord Jesus that I did. When I tell you, I go and I'm using the bathroom. I'm in the woods, forest, whatever it want to be. I'm all behind the trees. I'm using the bathroom, you know. I'm squatting, doing my business. And all I hear is gunshots. All I hear is gunshots, y'all. I just noticed that I didn't even give him a name, y'all. I didn't even get that man a name. It's okay then. We're gonna carry on. Yeah, he don't need no name at this point. His car is fucked. Like, his car was a complete mess, y'all. I'm hiding behind the trees at this point, like ducked off, like in shock. Okay, looking at this dude's car. I didn't even get to see who was it, how many of it. Like, I don't even know what kind of car did it. Like, it was so dark over in that area. It was literally like one street light, and it was like far up there. It wasn't even in the back. That's why I was using the bathroom, because it was so dark. I don't even know where these people came from, y'all. They lit his car up. Okay, 2 minutes later, of course, after we hear the tires screech off, he come running out his mama house. Mind you, I'm still behind the tree observing, because now I'm just watching to see what the hell is going on. He runs out of his mama house, y'all. I'm looking, y'all. I'm watching this man. He runs out of his mama house, gets in her car in the driveway, and pulls off, and he's gone. He pulls off. He did not look in his car. He didn't check to see if I was okay, if I was in that car. That man left me for dead, okay? Because the way they shot his car up, if I was in that car, I would have been a goner. And he didn't even check, y'all. He did not look in that car to see, oh, if I did get shot, if I was still alive, if I was okay. This man got in his mama car and took off. He took off, y'all. He left me there for dead, y'all. This man left. He did not look in that car. He did not look in that car, y'all. When I tell you he took off, whether he was trying to go find them and who did it, you supposed to have came to look in this car first. Because like I said, had I been in there and I needed help, you telling me that you wasn't even gonna come and make sure I was okay first before you took off? That man got in his car, or got in his mama car and left. I'm standing behind this tree looking like, this nigga would have left me in that car for dead. Luckily, by the grace of God, I had to use the bathroom, and I left and went into those woods to use the bathroom. Had I not, y'all, I would have been sitting in that car. I would have been sitting in that car, being at the wrong place at the wrong time, y'all. Oh my God, this is how God works. Literally. Listen, this is crazy how God works, y'all, because I could have been still sitting in that car, but I had to use the bathroom so bad that I'm like, let me just run over to these woods, use the bathroom real quick, and I'm gonna come back. So 30 seconds before I could have been sitting in that car, y'all. It's really crazy how God works, man. Listen. So I already knew like where I was at, you know. So I hike up the freaking hill and I call my homegirl to come pick me up, y'all. Because mind you, I didn't have nothing in his car. I had a crossover purse and like, you know, I just had that because I had my tissue and stuff in there. And of course, I don't leave my phone nowhere. So I had my phone on me. I hike over the freaking hill, and I call my homegirl to come pick me up. She picks me up. I tell her what happened, y'all. I'm sitting here thinking like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to call the police? Am I supposed to say something? Like, I don't even know what to do, y'all. I'm just like, is there any way this stuff can trace back to me? Because if not, this is not my business. Like, I just did not want anything to do with that, especially with him. Like, I don't even want to help you find out what was going on because you was gonna leave me there for dead. Like, you didn't care. Y'all, I leave. I go to my homegirl house because I spent the night with her because I just was like still in shock, and like I just was really thinking like, bro, that could have really been me in that car, y'all. It really could have. So I just didn't even want to be by myself. So I stayed with my homegirl, and I'm just sitting here for some weird reason though. I'm just waiting for this man to text me, to call me. This happened at a good 11 o'clock. So I'm just thinking like it's about to be on the news. Something, I'm just waiting for the word to get out basically. And I'm like, somebody knows something and somehow this gonna come back to me. I'm waiting for him to call me to see like, dang, I noticed you wasn't in the car. You okay? When I tell y'all, this dude never called me that night. I'm like, and at this point it's like 3 o'clock in the morning because I really just couldn't even sleep, y'all. I'm just like up waiting to see if he gonna hit me up just to check or anything. That man never called my phone. So I'm just like, you know what? This is crazy. Here I am thinking you a decent dude and you was just gonna leave me to just basically die in your car, because I'm sure that your car probably got shot up for some type of street shit you had going on. So that means you got me in some situation that I shouldn't even be in, and the least you can do is check to make sure I'm okay, and you weren't even gonna make sure that. Like, what kind of dude just leave they girl that they talking to behind and leave them for dead? Like, that's crazy. A couple days go by and he calls my phone. In the shower, I missed the call. I didn't even know it was him because it was an unknown number. So I'm just like, who is this calling me unknown? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So he calls back again. So I had declined it because I'm like, who the fuck you calling me unknown? He called back over and over. He kept calling back because I kept declining it. So I finally answered like, what unknown number is calling me like 7 times in a row? So I'm like, hello. He's like, hey, Kay. I'm like, who is this? And he said his name. And I was like, oh, hell no. He like, I'm sorry, I already know. I said, boy, you left me for dead. Like, you didn't know what happened to me. He like, listen, let's not talk about it. Let's meet up. You think I'm about to meet up with you after you left me in that car? And you think I'm about to pull up and talk to you? I said, boy, I don't ever want to see you again. Do not call this phone. Do not reach out to me. Do not talk to me. Do not look for me. Don't do nothing. I want nothing to do with you. Click. And I hung up on him. And I never heard or seen that guy again. Like, I never seen him again. Like, I think he avoided even coming into the computer lab because I never ran into him again. I ain't ran into him at Walmart. Nowhere. Like, I literally did not see that man ever again. And listen, it's for the good, because clearly you into a lot of stuff where people is looking for you and want you dead or whatever reason or whatever you got going on. I'm not trying to be mixed into that. I knew from day one that I shouldn't have been messing with nobody who's a street pharmacist, but I'm sitting here thinking like, well, whatever, you know, it's no big deal, girl, bye. I'm good. I'm straight on that. I can't do it. I'm just so blessed, man. Stay blessed up, man. I'm telling you, because that situation definitely could have ended in a whole different type of way. But I'm just thank God that I had to use the bathroom. Like, that's so crazy that you using the bathroom saved your life. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that story time. I know it was a little bit of a tough one. It was a little bit different from like my usual story times where I'm like entertaining and I'm funny and you guys are like laughing at the story times. But I know this one was a little bit on the deeper side, but I still want to share this story time. So I hope you guys still love it. As always, y'all, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share my videos. Y'all definitely can turn on your post notifications as well. That way you're notified whenever I post a video. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Hey, it's lit, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Okay, like, I'm really appreciating the love that I've been getting. Y'all been holding it girl down. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the videos rolling for y'all, but y'all already know. Until next time, I see you in my next video. Peace.